Yeah, it's on you, bro.
So first of all, most of all, we'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem Kakadash.
We're out here once again to prophesy the downfall of America and tell our people that we are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the scripture.
Yep. And according to the scriptures, America's gonna be destroyed. All right?
I got scripture.
All right, go ahead, brother.
All right. This is the book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
The elites know who we are. See, the elites, they understand that history repeats itself. So the elites know that when they see these men on the highways and the byways talking about the downfall of society, there's no new thing under the sun. So that's a sign. This is a sign. How it says in 1 Corinthians, the Jews seek for a sign. This is a sign. And I was just watching a YouTube video, 5 signs that the empire is about to collapse. And it ain't everything that America's going through. And the signs were written by philosophers from like 1000 BC. Like 500 BC. You know, but it was signs that the empire is about to collapse. And one of it was like climate change, like famine. Another one was like a poor economy system. So like how like America's economy system and its how can I put this? How it self-pollutes with like its chemicals and its waste and the plastic in the ocean. That's a sign of a society that's on its way out. Of course, you have like different parties against each other. There's a great disparity between the poor and the rich. Those are both all signs that this society is on the way out. The bread and circuses been a distraction. That's one of the more common ones. Like the Roman Empire, they had what the bread and circuses. They always had games. They always said horse races. What's horse races? NASCAR. They always said gladiators. What's that? MMA, UFC. All right. They bombard you with entertainment, also known as bread and circuses, to distract you from the fact that you are in a declining, collapsing empire, man.
Circling the drain.
Circling the drain.
Yep.
All right.
I got you, brother.
Let's go.
All right. The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets.
And if we endure, brothers, we'll get the reward that we got a prelude to in 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter, at their commencement ceremony, with Yahweh Shai put crowns on our head and palms in our hands, man. All right?
Man, bro. Reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And the Spirit was on me to meditate on this a few months ago, a while back. Esau has a poor cycling system. Like Gad was your people. Gad was really good at making sure everything cycled back to Mother Nature. I'm sorry, Mother Earth. All right? Ama Aratazah. All right? Meaning that if you killed the deer, guess what? You utilize everything in that deer. You killed the buffalo, you utilize everything in that buffalo.
And then the way that they would kill the animal, it was merciful. You know, like, for example, the way they, kill a deer, like it was more merciful. It'll be quick, and they'll show, like, the animal really kind of will understand what's happening. But then he got certain machines where you'll throw, let's say, a cow or a goat in a machine that kind of like someone's, it kind of like torches them as it breaks their body down, man. They got certain videos of that, the way that they take out the animal.
Like the machine that they can break anything, like this, they just go down the middle of it.
And they just throw it up in their hole. That's completely merciless, man.
And this is the thing. Everything, like Esau creates things that doesn't go back to the earth. And it chokes the earth out. Plastic is not biodegradable. So when you throw it in land, guess what? It never decomposes. So it pollutes the land. Styrofoam is not biodegradable. So when they dump it in these landfills, and guess what? It emits so much pollutants in the ozone layer. All right? Millions of cars in the city, all right, emitting all type of CO, carbon, whatever. All right, guess what? That's concentrating pollution. You got people that's actually dying from pollution. Outside of their diet, they actually die from air pollution, man. All right? What else you have? Deforestation. Can you read that again? I would destroy the earth. You know how much, like, in Brazil, there's a big section in Brazil that's really instrumental in our respiratory system, man. All right, those trees, mainly in South America, all right, that's very instrumental in us breathing. And guess what? They're getting destroyed for what? Industrialization. See, we don't look at America how Hashem Yahushua looks at America. The way the prophets look at America and the way the Most High illustrated America, this is the place that's destroying life on earth in every aspect, all right? You're not supposed to be able to get a divorce over some little petty BS. And the reason why I mentioned divorce, because marriage is a structure that reproduces life. You see? All right.
All right. Again, this is back in Revelation chapter 18 and verse, Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. Salaki. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And who is the them that destroy the earth? You got your scripture, bro? Okay, I'm gonna try to hear you.
Like it said, the nations was angry too, man. So the nations not looking for salvation when Yahushua come back. They angry, man, because they know it's time for them to go into captivity. They know what time it is.
Yep.
You know, so like the scriptures say, man, the nations is angry. What else it say, y'all?
And thy wrath is come.
Right, his wrath is come, man. You know? You can go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all the evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord.
All the evil you've done in Zion. But it said Babylon. So they're doing evil to, because we're the people before we're the place. So what they're doing to the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American, Latino Americans, all right, that's Zion. That's why I said the wicked watching over the righteous and seeking to slay him. Public school system, all right? Processed food in the hood, man. Single parent households being subsidized, man. The drugs being permeated in our neighborhoods, man. All right, that secret shit he do, man.
Yeah, it's heavy sorcery being done to our people, man.
Black culture, street culture, feminism, Christianity. Those enchantments on our people, man. We're under a spell. Read that from the top again.
And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord.
Yep. Right, right. So Babylon, yeah, that's that great word, man. Hit the wall, man. Babylon, hit the wall, man. But the point is, man, you about to get, what's that called? The Most High about to judge you for what you've done to our people. All right, brothers, hold us up.
Yes, more than one more verse.
Okay, come.
Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, said Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Oh, destroying government. Mountain spiritually means government. The American hegemony, I think that's how you pronounce it, hegemony, man. Which is it's that hidden government behind the other governments. Because all the atrocities that happen on earth, America's usually behind it. A perfect example was the Iranian puppet leadership, the Ayatollah. What was that puppet leader in Iran that America was behind? I forget his name, but it was
When they got killed.
not the one that got killed, but I think he just got exiled. It's like 1979. There was a puppet leader in Iran, and basically they used him to spread westernization in Iran. All right, but they made the movie called the movie with Tom Cruise, man. Just when you speak on the slips of mind. Basically, it's an example of hegemony. America being behind someone else's government, but they're playing out America's agenda. All right?
Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, said Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which destroys all the earth.
Destroys all the earth. A brother brought out a picture of different countries before America invaded it during the War on Terror. So there was different countries in the Middle East got decimated by the bombing from Americans, man. But this is not even just. We're talking about from 2023 going back to what, the 1500s. When you came to the Western world on those ships, you shifted the ecosystem. The earthworm is native to America. I want to say the cockroach is native to America. The rat is native to America. The way America looked 500 years ago is not the America now. But not just America, Africa, Central South America. You shifted everything. You stripped them of their resources, man. You are a counselor to existence. While you put us on WLBT, the local news every morning, you're on your Howard by Hashem Shah's local news every morning. You're the convict in real time. All right?
And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rock and will make thee a burnt mountain.
Yep. And in other words, you're going to get destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. You're going to, because what did it say in Luke? I've seen Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Meaning you're going to lose your rulership. Right now you suffer from hubris. You think that you can't lose your rulership. Everybody think, and this is, I've heard Israelites say this, you know, white man always be in power. That's how it always has been. That's how it's always going to be. Not thus said the Lord, though.
Yeah, you even got lesser luminaries. For example, you have this one philosopher, Aldous Huxley. He pushed that. But you have a lot of people, they believe, he called them the controlling oligarchy. And he said, whom have always existed and always will exist. So going back to Maya Angelou Bauer, like the beginning, you know, of the so-called Illuminati, the Rothschild family, basically like with this deception, it's so deep with them, they actually feel like they go back, but you do go back. You go back to the serpent, but you have not always been in power.
And that's another deception. So you hold some melody, Yashima?
So Isaiah chapter 24, starting at verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty and making it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattered abroad the inhabitants thereof.
Yep.
Verse 2 in the NLT, priests and lay people, servants and masters, maids and mistresses, buyers and sellers, lenders and borrowers, bankers and debtors, none will be spared. Verse 3 in the KJV, the land will be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word.
And it goes into Isaiah 13, the Arabs should not pitch tent there.
Huh.
Hey, because can you fathom this place been a desert? America's been in power so long, that if you're not in the spirit, it's hard to fathom, like so-called white man losing his power. An example of that was Planet of the Apes, the 1968 Charles Heston edition.
Huh.
When at the end of the movie, he realized that he wasn't in some parallel universe. He was at the end of America. America was a desert. They had the Statue of Liberty's arm sticking up the soil, man. Mm-hmm. You know?
Verse 4 NLT, the earth mourns and dries up, and the crops waste away and wither. Even the greatest people on earth waste away. The earth suffers for the sins of its people, for they have twisted God's instructions, violated his laws, and broken his everlasting covenant.
Oh, is it the one the earth?
Yes.
Also
the founder.
Yeah,
Want me to read the KJV too? Come. Isaiah 24 and 5 KJV and the NLT KJV. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
And what embodies that defilement? I would say westernization. If you could put it in one word, it's westernization, because that defiles the mind of the people. All right?
Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Right, because when you came into power, you as a king, you still supposed to uphold the laws of the Most High. That's in Wisdom of Solomon 6. They that desire thrones, man, you still gotta use the Most High's guidelines, man. That's how you have justice under your empire, man. Hey, like that building over there across the street that you pointed out last week, that's Moses sitting on top of that courthouse.
Right.
You know? But you're not following the 10 Commandments. You're not following any of the commandments.
Yeah, then they had a Egyptian sphinxes over there.
Yep.
You know? It show America's a shadow of Egypt.
That's right.
That's the felony courthouse right there too.
That's
You
the
get a
felony
felony,
city.
that's where you going. Me too. Hey, verse 5 NLT. The earth suffers for the sins of its people, for they have twisted the Most High's instructions, violated his laws, and broken his everlasting covenant.
I call it a popsicle stick kingdom, because you uphold the kingdom with the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai. Those are the pillars, right, that uphold your empire. But you ever built a house out of popsicle sticks? You know, now imagine dropping some on it, All right, you can't up. You know, like those architecture houses.
Yeah.
That you can't actually inhabit that shit. It's not sturdy. But the laws of Yahweh are sturdy.
Yeah.
That's why this is a weak empire, man.
Yeah, Edom playing what's that game? Jenga?
Jenga, one little piece missing and the whole it collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
That's why humanity is weak, and that's why people are sick because they've been defiled by the philosophies of the serpent, man. All right.
Twisted, like I said, you twisted the Most High's instructions. You don't keep the land Sabbath.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? You got all these alphabet communities running rampant. You know, like you're going into all that produces death because there's no more reproduction when you live that way. You know?
It's systems.
Huh?
That's why we can't ride with them. The pastors got to get rolled through the spirit, man.
Right.
The Old Testament done away with. You go into them laws, man. That's for governing the people. King Solomon asked for wisdom when the Most High put King Solomon in power. He said, "Give me the wisdom to govern your people." Those 613 laws of the Most High, those are different facets of government. That's why Leviticus 25, like you said, the land Sabbath. You got the year of Jubilee. Then you got the ordinances of a servant versus a Hebrew servant. This is how you treat a foreign servant. This is how you treat a Hebrew servant. All right, and this is how you inherit land. If a Hebrew falls in a debt, he goes 7 years in a servitude, but then he's released. All right, then he goes back to the land that his ancestors possessed.
And he set up.
He's set up, man. The Most High got all type of systems for sovereignty.
So perfect.
That's why you don't understand the laws if you was born in America, because you weren't meant to be living in an apartment all your life. You was meant to inherit land from your granddad.
Yep. Yeah,
And it's systems to order that shit. Not shit. It's systems to order that, man.
And it's something about Jake's spirit, even if you haven't grew up on a farm, like when you get around what they call farm animals, like we got an attachment, like it's spiritual. Because that's us.
Hey, this is our planet.
Right.
It's our planet, man. Esau act like he just loved dogs so much, but he destroyed everything else. All right.
One more, or two more verses. Therefore, a curse consumes the earth.
Yep.
His people must pay the price for their sin.
Esau's rulership, the so-called white man's rulership, that's the earth that covers the earth.
Curse.
Oh.
The curse that covers the earth.
Okay, Salak. That's the curse that covers the earth.
Okay.
You remember the Lion King? When Scar came into power, the earth was under a curse. It wouldn't produce. That's how you know the earth is under a curse. It's not producing.
It's a scar. You got a
Yeah.
mark.
I would put a scar on Cain, man.
Mark.
I'll put a mark. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll put a mark, that mark was leprosy. That mark was leprosy. Because another thing that you turn upside down was melanin. Melanin is the beauty of the earth. Melanin is the beauty of the Most High's people. I was watching a skin bleaching video last night for all the celebrities that bleached their skin.
Yeah,
And it made me want to fucking cry. I almost wanted, my heart cried, man. You saw like Lil Kim in the early 90s? Then you watch like a recent thing of Lil Kim? Nicki Minaj was darker. I know Brandy was darker. Even India.Arie was darker. All right? And India.Arie was boosting dark skinned women's self-esteem about being dark.
Damn.
But what's that baseball player?
Yeah,
this
oh yeah, he straight up.
Yeah. But why? And they had all type of little dumb excuses. But we all know it's the influence of the serpent.
Yeah.
Because it's all under so-called white supremacy. And your psyche, you think that that's superior. And you don't understand it. That's the Cain's descendants, Esau's descendants. That's the anomaly on earth. That if you was an Israelite with so-called vitiligo, you was the anomaly. You was the cursed one. All right?
Bro, I was doing a ride share. Some Edomites got in the car, and like they instantly start speaking about color. Like, I guess like just you getting like oh shit. I guess they must have felt cursed. They was like, oh, dark skin is so beautiful. Like like they were saying we can't stand out in the sun like that. And it was just so random.
Yeah, because look, brothers are different shades, right? It's just different. Because look, the melanin, they got the iridescence. Like you have moons in the sun. Like you got the tiger eye, right? Tiger eye, labradorite. It has something called iridescence, to where it sheens in the sun. It goes back and forth. Your melanin does that. The Most High made us like gemstones, man.
Hey, Opal like that too.
Oh, I can't forget about Opal. I can't forget about Opal. That's my stone, man.
I gotta give out the same energy as the sun, so it works as the sun.
It's a hey, you're right, bro. And guess what? We absorb their energy, man. So, and we're the most, and that's why I said I would make up my jewels.
Lively stones.
We're
baby.
lively stones. We're Yahweh Bahashim Shai's gemstones, man. So, and there's no shade to like brothers that's Israelite foreigners that look like whatever.
Right,
you
right,
know?
right.
But just generally, that part of that turning things upside down was your standard of beauty, and it affected our people. It affected our people, man. You got tattoos all over your body. Like, first of all, that's a sin. Why are you covering? You are a jewel.
Right.
Like, you look at the statues of the Moors. Those statues like a bronze jewel, and we like bronze jewels of different shades, man. So why don't you cover all that shit up, man? Why don't you cover all type of markings, you know? And because the Most High, when we get the kingdom, man, He's gonna take that curse from the Israelites' mind. We're gonna see reality for what it is. We're gonna see beauty for what it is. All right.
So they are destroyed by fire, and only a few are left alive.
Let's call that fire ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Because when anytime there's that fire like that, that's a reset.
Right.
Yeah.
This firefighter was put me on game. I'm quite sure you already know about this. He said what they do, they purposely set land on fire to reset the soil. So after they set it on fire, the soil is reset and it produces like a superior crop. So the fire resets everything, man.
Like they showed on CNN, like a quick episode dealing with Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and for the descendants of that people that was there, so many generations later, like that land, it looks more beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, like all types of exotic gardens growing and stuff like that. But the fire had to happen.
Yep. Because fire is a cleansing agent. You know.
Well, this last verse right here said, "The new wine morning, the vine languishes, all the merry-hearted do sigh."
Hey, and look, the way of the West creates merry hearts, man. Because it said it would be like the days of Noah. So if it just so happens that every major city in America is always a party. The city is a party in itself. I want to say Jackson don't be having shit going, but Memphis, New Orleans, LA, New York, Atlanta, even Jackson, all the cities under the Western way is always a party. But you watch like those countries that's like very traditional and they're outside of the Western sphere, man, at 12 o'clock, everybody gotta pray. Like certain parts of Iran, at 12 o'clock, everybody get outside and they gotta pray. Can you imagine that? It's like it's no clubs or no bars in certain countries, man. You know?
You know, like the orders that King Nebuchadnezzar put into place.
Yep.
Yeah, it's similar.
You know, similar to that.
Yeah.
How that at that a single hour, all were mandated to pray unto an idol.
Yep.
You know, but imagine if the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes, had a certain time to where they had to turn and face the east and pray unto Yahweh.
Man, brother, that's so beautiful.
And that's beautiful you brought that out. Daniel 6, it said when he was under that captivity of Babylon, he faced the east and prayed 3 times a day. All right? And then, like you said, going into them high holy days, that was our feast day. That was our great, coming to get call out, to call in.
Did King David say that too in the Psalms?
What was that?
How you pray 3 times a day?
I did. It did.
Yeah.
It's a free scripture that says that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, morning, noon, and night. Scripture goes into that.
Yeah.
Right, so this why the earth is, this why everyone, like I said, the merry heart is turning to sad now. This is why nobody is truly happy. I like the brother going into the people in America, they be partying to cover up how they really feel, man. These people not really happy, because right after that party, the next day, you know what I'm saying? You can see everybody's spirit, man. What's
I gotta
happening?
go back to work.
Right, it's right back to slavery, it's right back to captivity. So all under the rulership of Esau Edom, man. You can't go there, though.
Brother and precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 12 and verse 4. How long shall the land mourn and the herbs of every field wither?
Wait, and that's right now. How long should the land mourn and the earth's every field wither? Look at the condition of this planet under the authority of Edom. Jake even got that acronym in the world. That's not what America means, but it does in the spirit. Under Satan's authority. USA under Satan's authority. Jake was saying that, but that's really what it is, though. Because America's Babylon the Great. This is the problem with the earth. This is the cancer of the earth. Even Joe Rogan said that. Go ahead, brother.
How long shall the land mourn and the herbs of every field wither? for the wickedness of them that dwell therein.
See, because the key problem is the mindset of the people. And the mindset of the people is this way because of you. You know? Because mindsets affect society, because everything you put out, it starts up here. It all begins in your mind. You know, and basically everyone is under your vibration. We live in the paradigm of the devil. You know, the paradigm of Edom, it's patterned after your mind. That's why you have these alphabet, you know, people out here. You know, you can't even, you know, wear a rainbow. We're supposed to be a holy, sacred symbol because of these damn people, man.
Yep.
You know, like you messed it all up. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you got single parent households and Eve want to, you know, jump off, you know, and that's dangerous. You know, just spreading disease and, you know, going from man to man, like, and never satisfied, but that all goes back to you. You know?
I got a quick reset for you.
Go ahead, bro.
This Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Oh, and the depth to it, Edom, he will use your own people to do it too. You know? And that's why, man, he said he set forth his apostles last. After all these different so-called truth movements, he set up his men at the end. That's how we know we in the end now. Because this word is changing things. But the leaders of our people cause them to err, because we get the word error. They got you going off. You know, you listen to Apostle Geno Jennings, and he's just one guy. But all these false preachers, man. Okay? But it say you led them, you're gonna be destroyed, because ultimately the Lord is setting them up to see if you're gonna follow what they say, man. You know, because the scriptures say, wide is the way and broad is the gate that lead up to destruction.
Right.
You know, so ultimately the path of truth is supposed to be narrow, but the Lord, he's giving you both, the red pill and the blue pill, all right? You got the red pill and the blue pill, which one you gonna choose, all right? That's what it's all about, going back to what our forefather Moses told us, you know, that the Lord set before us, you know, life and death. And see, for Jake, you can come to find out, he had us telling the truth the whole time, you know? Because like the beloved Apostle Tahar, he was speaking about earlier, we got to stay in the prophecies, man. You know? Now, every once in a while, we'll speak on different things. We'll even get into the history. But what's messing guys like Vocab and them up is the prophecies. And that's how you know who the Lord set up. Because these different guys outside the Great Millstone, they not going into the prophecies. It's like the elder speaking on what we saying, really, that's dealing with world events, man. You know what the elite are doing, you know?
Yeah, they still just reading it for face value.
Yeah.
Because basically, they're just reading words and coming up with their own private interpretations.
Right.
But the Spirit's not dealing with them enough to even understand the forecasted events, which are the prophecies.
Yep.
Because the prophecies are really what we're living for in these last days.
That's it, bro. Yep. That's the key to our freedom. What's written? Still out, bro. Okay.
Testimony of Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
I got you. Go ahead.
No, it was in there.
All right, you got it, bro.
The beasts are consumed and the birds, because they said, he shall not see our last end.
And if that don't scare the shit out your ass, man, hey, back in 09, and it's a beautiful testimony. I know these brothers remember it. After we got into our scuffle or whatever with them Edomites, the Lord set up to where this brother was able to get us out, and we went to see that movie, The Knowing. When you watch that movie, The Knowing, you got that boy Caleb, who pretty much received a vision of what the Lord was going to do in the movie, basically destroying the society by fire, you know? But they showed this one scene, basically they had an angel pointing outside the window, and everything was on fire, because he was looking in the woods, and the animals on fire, deer, you know, just everything, birds. And what they do, that shows you the Lord pissed off. All right? You got it, bro. Did I say something? Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, that was it.
This on Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 5. For Israel has not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel.
Yep, because the Lord dealing with the people, man. Because you look at the actual condition of our land right now, you like, man, sheesh. Like, you know, but the Lord, he's so beautiful, he gonna clean our land up too. First he's starting with the people,
Yep.
but then he gonna clean our land up. And we going back to that land, bro. In style, like, it's gonna be so beautiful, and that's the moment we waiting for. You know what I'm saying?
And it goes back to the people concept too, because it says that the land is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. You know what I'm saying? Because people find it hard to believe that this race of people, this nationality of people, Esau, Edom, is the devil on planet Earth.
Right.
It's hard for them to swallow and digest that particular concept, but it's just the truth.
Right, 'cause like you saying, when you look at his track record, everything he creates, it destroys life in general, man.
Yeah.
All the life on earth, like the plants, the animals, everything had the spirit of the Most High in it, man.
Right.
And everything Esau comes up with, it don't add to nature, it actually destroys nature, man. And that's why Gad had a problem.
Yeah. And how you know that? Because the scriptures state that the fir tree shall rejoice.
Huh? The animals, right?
Yeah.
But he's right.
Yeah.
When this man take it down, it said the fir tree shall rejoice, because now that there's no fella to come against it. Who's that fella?
Huh?
Yeah, because you had deforestation because of this man. You know, the Amazonian forest in South America. You know, another title for it is the lungs of the earth. You're the one cutting down all the trees. You that fella. They're chopping everything down, and like why?
Right.
You know, to what avail? You know, it's reckless, man.
I got a quick one. Because the elder said, the Most High Spirit is in all the plants,
Yep.
trees. All right. Wisdom of Solomon 12:1. For thy incorruptible spirit is in all things.
Yep.
Right, man. See, and that's how you
Man.
got. See, that's what the scriptures teaches us, man. This is how you got to look at everything, man.
Yeah, that's true.
The Most High Spirit is in everything, man.
Yeah.
The animals, the trees, the plants. You know what I'm saying? All this is because even that word beast in Genesis, when it said the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which you know who the serpent is, it's going into Esau. But guess what? That word beast is, I forget the Hebrew word, but it goes into any living thing. So it's just going to every, you know what I'm saying, all life, you know, because it goes into the plants, any living thing. That word beast right there.
And back in the garden, those beasts were the other nations, man. You know, you the lowest of the low. You know, the Most High, he's speaking hip talk. You know, but like the elder was saying, the Lord's Spirit and everything, and that's why you about to be judged, because you affected everything that belongs to Him. You know, you got it.
Psalm 104:30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. Because, and like I said, we're all offsprings of Yahweh.
Or then it say, thou renewest the face of the earth.
Yep.
Something else, Apostle Hart was speaking about earlier, reincarnation, man.
Yep.
And that's what's tripping these Christians up. How, the very fact that our Heavenly Father can bring you back, you know?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like he brought everybody back, even kingdoms, because America, what you always going to it, this ain't nothing but Rome reloaded.
Yep, that's right.
It's Rome coming back.
He cycled back a kingdom. He brought a kingdom back.
Yeah.
You know? But hey, because like Elder Yashima said, Yahweh's spirit is in all what they call sentient beings, is in all things, man. Even a stone.
Right.
You know? Even cars. Like
Right. Because it's made from the elements.
It's made from the
Everything
elements.
Made from the elements.
Yep. And that trips Sakari and them up. You know,
Right.
when the apostle said that too, that your car got a spirit, which you know, you have your car long enough, like you got a connection,
Yep.
which it's like a beast.
Yes, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
yes.
everything living, like, you know.
Because if you go into a book about gemstones, they got like a periodic makeup of all the gemstones.
Right.
So all the gemstones got a periodic makeup, and it's like it might say iron. There's like little letters for iron. It might say magnesium and the letters for magnesium.
Right.
But it's like a spiritual makeup.
Everything made of atoms, man. You know what I'm saying? We made of atoms, man. Everything you see, because everything is made by man. You know what I'm saying? So man putting their mind together to make these cars, but from what? Where do they get the material from? The ultimate, you how about Shema Shah? So his spirit is in everything. You got out.
Then he imitates the human body with most of his creations. He imitates things that the Most High created. Like an engine is like what the heart of a car,
right.
you know. And this is the end of also you can make a point.
And the car is nothing but a replica of a horse. You know,
Right.
a horse and a camel is supposed to represent the old age of being carried.
Well, you know, one of those vans, they call it a caravan. Now, a caravan, I looked it up, it's like a group of travelers with their camels. So, a group of like merchants with their camels. So, showing you like a van is like a camel, you know?
And they go and they always measure everything by horsepower, like you was going into.
And it's the NLT of what I just read, the New Living Translation. When you give them your breath, life is created, and you renew the face of the earth.
Con.
So we're all offsprings, because we sprung off the spirit and energy of what they call source,
Yeah.
which really got Howard.
Hey, bro, just to back up the elder Yashima and then what you had mentioned as well. Now, the word animal goes back to animate, which means living, you know, or anima, which means breath or soul, a current of air. So everything is living, basically.
That's right.
You know,
Hey,
what you call animals, they living, you know.
for lack of better words, Esau despiritualized everything.
Right.
Yeah,
He makes everything a thing,
Right.
but he doesn't recognize it as a life force. And I notice when you despiritualize something or you dehumanize something, it makes it easier to kill.
yeah. Basically, when you take the Heavenly Father out the picture,
Yep.
you know, because you keep the Heavenly Father at the forefront, then you have like you're more careful with how you treat life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why the earth is out of course.
Yeah.
Because they placed the Most High in this faded background that's on the back burner, that's behind the scenes, that's behind a curtain, that's invisible, that's not noticeable, that's not spoken of, right?
Going back into let favor be shown unto the wicked, yet he would not learn righteousness, man. Esau came and saw how Gad was doing things. We constantly, the favor Esau is being shown, how people constantly, when you look it up, it goes into mercy. You know what I'm saying? We constantly show him mercy and try to show him the right way, and he still haven't learned righteousness this whole time. Not even just something simple as taking care of the earth. Not even by treating us right. You know what I'm saying? Just take care of the earth. You know, treat the earth right, man. But it's not in him to do that. This is what, just that alone ought to show our people who this guy is. You know that we ain't got to make it about us, which it's about us too.
Yeah.
But just how he take care of nature in general.
Yeah, and you can call yourself teaching the right way, but he can't get right.
Huh?
You know, you go back to the Maccabean period. It was John Hyrcanus. You could train these people, but it ain't in them.
Right.
You know?
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Yep.
Right.
What are they estranged from? The laws of Yahweh.
Right.
You know, Esau was that bad friend in a group that's like, nah, let's go do this shit right here. Let's go knock down these telephone poles. That's Esau.
Yeah.
That's why every philosophy is what? Rebellion.
Yeah.
He call it liberalism or progressionalism, but it's really rebellion.
Yeah, it's so easy to go on a shooting spree, just no regard for life.
Yep.
Like it's just a fucking video game. You know, just go out and shoot people, man.
Yep.
You know?
And it's a microcosm of what you do globally. You have a war spree. You know, brothers did brought out articles of how many wars has taking place since this man has been in power, man.
Yeah. It's always a war going on.
Yeah.
They call it a Cold War, but Esau has wars going on 24/7. Hey, because with him being the wicked, there's no peace inside of him.
Right.
Even the scriptures say there's no peace unto the wicked.
Come on, bro.
But you go into the Psalms, Esau, Edom, before he even lays down and go to sleep, he's already conspiring of a wicked scheme to conduct the next day.
I remember doing 9/11, man. Them Edomites were so excited to go to war.
Right.
Oh,
They was like, we love you, Bush. Yeah. Like they different with it, man. It's like you said, it's
Yeah.
war is in their heart,
It's
man.
in them, bro.
Yeah.
That's they blessed.
Yeah,
They blessed
God.
the Lord.
And then they glorify the so-called, who's the guy that they so-called killed in the cave?
Osama bin Laden.
Some bin Laden, you know, they glorified in the killing or slaying of him.
That's right.
It's sad. But we're not supposed to seek compensation for what Esau Edom has done to Gad, what Esau Edom has done to the so-called African American here in America.
Yeah. And they still want to bring up the Holocaust. Make another goddamn Anne Frank movie. You know?
I think more people died in Black Wall Street massacre than the 9/11 trade towers, man.
I was thinking about that earlier when you were talking about the council. 'Cause like you say, we always talk about how they want you to depend on them.
Yeah.
We had our own schools, our own doctors. They didn't want to share a water fountain. We had a whole different community.
Man,
they
we-
came and bombed that shit.
And we had Ferris Street.
Yeah,
That was Jake Rand.
Right.
Jackson was Jake Rand, man. He took that from us, man.
Then the chemtrails, there we go, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everything
Right over us,
speaks
too.
for itself, right? Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk 2:14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
So now the earth is filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord now, man.
Yeah,
so
it's
now
right, brother.
we understand the full spectrum of everything, man. Going into nature, going into, you know what I'm saying, how this body's supposed to be governed, going into how the people supposed to be governed, the earth, you know, how everything is supposed to be treated as a whole, man. So now the earth is filled with the knowledge of the Lord for real, man. Go ahead, bro.
Hey.
And go ahead, Doctor.
As the waters cover the sea,
Right, as the water, go ahead.
woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drinks, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also.
So even though we caught up into some of these ways that we going into, Esau, Edom put this on us, man. He taught us this. We learned this from him.
Yeah.
Because we go into our heritage and culture, we knew how to take care of the earth. We knew what we was doing.
Yeah.
You know?
He's the
But-
real thug, the
Right.
real criminal,
Come.
you know,
The real nigga.
the real nigga, yeah.
So he ain't getting away with it because some of our people, I like to say, well, we got to blame ourselves. We blame ourselves all the time. We do.
Yeah.
But in order to get rid of the problem, you got to get to the root of the problem, man.
Yeah,
You can cut the tree down, but if you're going to go, you know what I'm saying? You're going to solve the equation, you start in the middle. You know what I'm saying? No, you got to start at the top of the equation. You got to break it all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Until you get, and then, oh, this is the root of the problem. When you get the root of the problem, that's how you eliminate the problem. When it all boils down to it, Esau is the root of all the problems on earth. It tell you that. Call him the border of wickedness, you know?
And he got to be uprooted.
Right, come.
And y'all mentioned the Maccabees.
Right.
That was their first.
When evils were multiplied in the earth.
Yep. Because doesn't a council start out small?
Yeah,
There's a council in your body.
yes.
So Philip of Macedon, that was their first council. Then it developed to Alexander, then the Grecian Empire,
Boy, he pulled
the
up.
Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Then the council got plucked during the Septimius Severus
Yeah,
reign.
yep.
Then the council came back during the Renaissance.
Yeah, rebirth, yep.
The rebirth, man.
Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also,
Right.
that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
You'll get on Jeremiah 51, where I left out verse 6. Go ahead.
Thou art filled with shame, for glory drink thou also.
See, so now America, and who runs America? The so-called white man, the Edomites. Now it's being filled with shame for glory because America was looked at as a glorious land at one time, but now it's being filled with shame, man.
brother.
You got look at the mindset of the people. Just that alone, man. You know, but the crop when you go to the grocery store, all the produce coming from other countries. You know what I'm saying? You already know everything in America straight GMO, man. You know what I'm saying? You got some organic stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the land is depleted of the nutrients, so you really get no nutrients from the soil of this land anyway.
And they say organic, but then it still be so big. And it's supposed to be that damn big, man.
Well, you mentioned earlier they don't keep the land savage.
Right.
So the earth never had a reset in 500 years.
And see,
Had no break.
and see the reason why Esau had to come up with the GMOs, it goes back to the curse. What did the Lord tell Cain?
Yeah.
The earth should not yield her fruit unto you. So it's all through the spirit, man. So we understand who this guy is, and we understand who we are. Go ahead, bro.
And let thy foreskin be uncovered.
See, so now Esau being exposed, man, via this Bible that everybody have in their house. All we doing is reading the scriptures of the Bible and identifying the people who it's talking about. It's getting the characteristics of everybody in the Bible. Go ahead, bro.
The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
So what is the cup of the Lord right hand? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the word, man. So now this word is just being revealed. It's being put unto you, and now it's shown Esau don't want no part of this.
Yeah. The Lord put a spotlight on
Right,
it.
come.
Because ultimately, it's the Lord. The Lord put that spotlight on your ass, man.
Right.
To your wickedness in the earth.
Right.
The,
You
the
know?
eyes. Hey, the Most High used great millstone to expose eyes. You know, like the movie The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I got this from Elder Pastor Gabar, because Toto, the word Toto actually has a meaning. But their dog name was Toto. But it was Toto that went behind the eyes
was.
and showed there was just a little guy behind the eyes. So Edomite supremacy, that's nothing but the eyes of the earth. He's that wizard. And he eyes them, so he deified himself. So for a long period of time, the whole earth was shaken by him.
Wow, man.
That's why when that eyes effect dissipated, he said in Isaiah, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? Because the God-like effect he had is gone now,
Yeah,
man.
Right,
man.
Right. And all it takes is the truth, man.
Right.
This truth. The truth is what's setting us free, man, because he ran everything through lies and deceitfulness, man. Now, like the truth is exposing him. This all it takes, though. This is what it says gonna make us free, right? This is what's liberating us right here. This truth.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee.
See, so for the violence of Lebanon goes back into one of the main spots where we got trees from, the Cedars of Lebanon, man. They actually got a street called Cedars of Lebanon here.
Yeah.
Why though? Because Esau you know, he know the structure of what was going on that side and this side, man. So he really tried to do everything like according to the east of this side. Like he got Memphis and Egypt and the Mississippi run up like the Nile. So Esau was naming everything according to, cause that was, you can tell that was a spot where, and I bet you that Cedar Wood over there, I guarantee you, man. He named neighborhoods like Shady Oaks. That land full of oak trees, big oak trees. You know what I'm saying? You can use that wood for building a house, barbecuing. You know what I'm saying? Use that wood for all types of things. So when Esau named certain stuff, go ahead,
bro.
right? He named it because that's what it is,
You
man.
know, the apostles brought out, I think it was the high priest Ariah. Canada means New Canaan.
Yeah, it does. It's fourth Canaan.
Yeah.
Right.
A Canaan, a dot, the fourth character. Like the fourth Canaan, New Canaan.
Wow.
Right.
Yep.
So like showing you like this is like the new land of Canaan.
Yeah.
Well, really Palestine.
Yeah.
That's why because really North Central South America, the paradise.
That's why the tribes treated it that way when they came over here.
Yes.
You know?
That's why they chose it, because they was already coming. Solomon, you know what I'm saying?
they
They know
knew
what
about it.
Solomon was sending the Navy. You know he's sending us over here to overlook when them Hamites was coming to get certain resources.
That's how they knew where to go.
But it also said that was it Issachar was the expert
Yes,
with the
yes,
astrology.
yeah,
So that's not hard to fathom that he sent Issacharites over here, Northern Kingdom,
Right.
Gad, who are already astrologers.
Right, man. And then they like that South America, like you said, where Brazil, where Asher, that they chose the best land, man, with all the trees, the Amazon, you know. They was right, they was plotting it out. Go ahead, bro.
For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee,
See, for the violence of Lebanon should cover thee, go ahead.
and the spoil of beasts which
And the-
made them afraid.
Right, man, the spoil of beasts, man. He goes to that side of the world, bring beasts over here, you know what I'm saying, lock them up. You take, you doing everything against nature, man. You know, you got the animals, you got everybody in captivity, man. Oxy charging us for energy. You know what I'm saying? But then, that's one of the reasons why they had to take out, Nikola Tesla.
Yep.
He proved the way that everybody can get free energy. You know what I'm saying? But then it's the Iranian scientists done the same thing years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a way where everybody can get free energy. You don't gotta pay no bills. Go ahead,
No, they sent the hit out on that Jake Dale security guard. He came up with that engine that can run on water.
I was just there.
Come on, man.
That's what the grocery store shooting was about, right?
Yeah,
yes,
He sent the hit out.
Right,
Then everybody else was like a red herring.
right.
Let's kill everybody, but they was targeting him
Come.
because he created that engine that can run off water.
Y'all know what he talking about, right? Yeah, come. Cause I heard.
In Buffalo, New York.
I'm thinking about Minnesota.
It was out of, I want to say Buffalo, New York. But when that mass shooting, that grocery store mass shooting,
But the
that
Edomite come.
Edomite, he was like 18.
I remember that.
And he hit up all those elders in the store,
Right.
those senior citizens. But the main target was this Jake Security. He invented an engine that could run off water.
Come.
Yep.
And I want to mention another Jake. Sometimes I want to say it on camera because they still alive. So I ain't gonna even say nothing, man.
Right.
You know? Because Jake out here invent shit. Because we know Nikola Tesla is a Jake.
Come, bro.
You know?
But yeah, if what you're doing isn't consistent with this grid that they got in play and what they ultimately about to set up, they gonna off you, man.
Yep.
You know, just like they got that famous quote by these different lesser luminaries. In the future, you will own nothing and be happy with it. Guess what? Everything you get is gonna be rationed to you. And see, we the crazy guys. Wait and see, man. You know?
You have the credit system.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't own anything with the credit system. You got planned obsolescence. So you're gonna buy it, it's gonna break, and you're gonna buy it again. You know? Like you said, the MOTB,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, where they deduct so many credits by you purchasing this thing, and that prophecy is gonna be real, and it's gonna scare the shit out you Israelites. They've been talking shit, you know, like the beloved Apostle Har been saying. When E set up these Karagma stations, you gonna see just a long ass lines of Jake down the street taking it, and in the spirit you can see it, because that's the next major prophecy. It has to happen before we get up out of here, man. You know, but they gotta collapse the society first.
They gave you a trial run already in 2020.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 2020 vision. You know, if you can't see what this man was doing clearly by that time, cause they shut down the world.
Yep.
And it was planned, you know, but that was a shutdown.
Right.
You know, then you seeing life come out again. You know, animals you ain't seen in a long time, cause everybody else, you know, like mankind was inside. You know, But see, they gonna do that again, and that next big one, that's gonna be the one, and things will never be the same, man. You know. But now you got it, bro. Salaki.
That was like a movie they put on Netflix. I think it's what's called What Happened to Monday or What Happened to something.
Yeah, that's
What
it.
happened to
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, it was Monday.
Yeah,
What Happened to Monday.
Yeah, because you had all those sisters. Well, how you say it? Sixlets or
Yeah, the six templates.
yeah. You know, and they all had like a name of the day of the week or
Right.
something.
They dad told them your name, you can only go out that day of the week. And they
Yeah.
all had to look the same.
Yeah.
they look the same. Right.
Yeah.
Come.
And during that time, they represented us in that one world system.
Right.
Like it was already set up. You know, you got it, bro.
That's it on it.
Okay.
Just want to go finish it out.
Yeah, finish this.
I got
finish
that 51
verse.
for you.
Come.
Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city,
See, because of men's blood and the violence of the land in the city, man. So Esau, everything, man. The nature, the animals, man. You know what I'm saying? He just like what he comes with. It just destroys life in general. This is why eventually he gonna have to be taken out of the way, man. But you gonna get that Isaiah 14 too, cause I say the earth scene when he is put down, the earth is at rest, it's quiet. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna go back into its we're gonna get there, go back into its natural form. Go
That's
ahead.
right,
you know
bro.
what
We
I'm
saw an example of that going back to 2020. The deer outside on the streets.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you see penguins and stuff.
penguins, like, you know, just globally, like animals was outside chilling, man.
Yeah, bro.
and of all that dwell therein.
See, and of all that dwell therein, man. So it's just about understanding, and this man fit the characteristics of doing this, man. Esau, Edom, which you got other nations who follow him like China as far as pollution. But the scriptures tell you that was the age who decked herself, wanted to be like Babylon. Basically, you got it. You got the Isaiah 14.
I got 51.
Get Isaiah 14. Go ahead.
All right, Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity.
See, so you got to come out of this place mentally, spiritually, man. You can't be in the mindset of America, because you're gonna be cut off in her iniquity. You got to understand what's happening right here, man. If you don't come out of America mentally, you know what I'm saying? The way America thinks, when you gonna follow everything she come with, like the brother was going into that Quran, all the stipulations that come with her, the image of the beast, you gonna follow it. So you got to come out of her. You got your mind got to be renewed by this word.
Arise you from the dust,
Come.
the confusion of Babylon.
Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
See, this is the time of the Lord's vengeance that we coming into. You know, it's still the mercies. That door of mercy is still open right now. Go ahead.
He will render unto her a recompense.
Right. So he gonna render unto her a recompense. He been saving the best for last. That's why even in Revelation 18 it say, and Babylon came into remembrance.
Yeah.
So he just letting it build up. You know what I'm saying? Her sins reached up to heaven, man.
Yeah.
Which literally, but it goes to it can't be measured. How they say sky's the limit. That's the wickedness of Babylon, man. The sky's the limit. You know, go
When they
ahead.
say I've headed up to here or something like that.
Come.
I've headed up to here.
It's just like he did Egypt, though.
Yeah.
You know, he allowed Egypt to heap
Come.
sin upon sin upon sin, and he played them up into completion just to save us.
Most High full of long suffering.
I got another one. Did you have something?
Yeah. Go ahead, Isaiah.
Oh, yeah, verse 7. All right, Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken.
See, so the Lord was using America to make all the earth drunk and coming up with all these different things, man. You know, China was the test dummy for everything America wanted to do. Like we was going to the whole social credit with all they used China, they used Moab as a test dummy. Let them use on all them billions and billions of people they got, see how it's gonna run. So they can, cause when they were shipping everything to China, it built China economy up, of course. But at the same time, they weren't worried about that. They was using that for a test run at the system that they didn't want to implement.
Just like in that movie, 13 Sins, where they had that one Edomite doing all them different missions, they get that money, deposit in his bank account, and he ran to that one guy that told him, you don't want to mess with these people, they're the financial equivalent of gods. That's how we speak about how the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, who's in the heavens, there's not one thing that he doesn't control on the earth. Edom, they want to be he is on the earth. Like when you deal with these different nations, they control them. It may seem like Moab, and you see Ishmael, like it may seem like they're doing their own thing. Nah. They're being funded. They're set up to do what they're doing, man.
Yep.
Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that have made all the earth drunken. The nations are drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are angry.
Right, man. So therefore the nations are angry, man. So even the nations starting to realize, man, we took all this money from her, we done all this, but she got our land polluted. She got, you know what I'm saying, all this because of the nations, even though they was wicked, man, they wasn't with all the against nature and, you know what I'm saying, the whole alphabet community, because even like Japan, they want America #1 ally. Japan, like when they try to push that alphabet community to it, like, nah, America's made for man and woman, and we ain't, you know what I'm saying, it's certain standards that they still hold, man.
Yeah.
So now the nations, but that's going to Obadiah, all that ally with you, they deceive you. So all they was doing was they knew they couldn't beat you at the time, so they joined you. Until now, they've been backdooring, taking up parables against America, trying to figure out a way to bring her down, and this the time that we at, man.
Yeah, so like the word is mad, not angry.
Right, and that word mad goes into mentally unstable. You know what I'm saying? I say a madman.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it drove them crazy. I mean, like mad, like you become a madman, you
Right.
know. So it pretty much turned them out.
Yeah, like lunatic.
It made them lunatic, man. Because there's no way you got Moab and Ammon. They're to the point to where the men are having sex robots, you know, and they women all into careers. But that's Babylon that did that, man.
Yeah.
That's like Elder said earlier. That's inconsistent with nature.
Right.
It's inconsistent with existence. The Most High got systems put in place so we can always reproduce ourselves. Man, woman, create son, daughter. They go out find spouses and recreate that man-woman paradigm, man. But if you get sex dolls and sex robots, and this woman has her career and she gets her little tools tied because her career is her husband, all right, and then I think it's Tokyo, Japan, from like 2008 to 2015, their population declined 1 million because the women went towards their career and the men had to go towards robots.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, they all the biggest porn and stuff.
Yep. So their population declined 1 million people because of westernization.
And you know, Edom is at the helm of it because you look at all the little anime cartoons, if they model after crackers. Like they model them after Edomites. You know, you got Moab and Ammon, they want to get the eye whitening
Yep.
surgeries,
Yep.
blue eyes.
Make the eyes wider.
Yeah, they got blonde hair because they want to be like E.
And that blue is nothing but you have no melanin in your eyes. So you can see the blue veins behind your iris.
Yep.
We got natural shades,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. But they make that the beauty of the earth.
The beauty of the earth. Not having melanin is the beauty of the earth.
Yeah, that's insane.
But if you're an Israelite with albinism, then that's a known disorder. But basically, you're a race with albinism, and now that's the standard of beauty.
Yeah.
Because Jakes with albinism, they have blue eyes or green eyes, they have blonde hair, but now when somebody with albinism has blonde hair, that's known that there's a lack of pigmentation. But a whole race has that. Oh, that's the beauty. It's beauty. Like, come on, man.
And that's more proof that they come from us.
Yep.
Like you have, you know, a few Jakes that have that's gonna stick out.
Yep.
You know, but you can't be deficient and produce, you know, that.
Nope.
You know, like this off the bat. Like, you know.
Recessive genes can produce dominant genes, but that's your eyes. That James Bond, so-called white Jesus,
Yeah.
that Edomite supremacy sorcery you push, that's your eyes. Like we're the standard of beauty. That's part of your eyes also. You know, the eyes you have an eyes effect on the earth. Because really, you're just a plain leper. You're just like a clean leper that's weird walking the earth, man.
Hey, you had the Michael Jackson version. It's called The Wiz.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Wiz is like wizard.
Yep.
You know, because also you're in a sorcery, man. That was you did witchcraft on earth by, you know, putting your image up.
And
you know?
that media, the media.
Yep.
That's your one. The TV, man. The TV. Yeah, Hollywood is the
Yeah.
source of sorcery, man.
Yeah, Wood of Holly.
That's just one, and he's waving over the
Yeah.
whole earth, man.
Yeah, brother.
Like I said, where media goes to media.
medium.
That's the frequency that he putting them. That's that frequency he putting out throughout the whole.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Read down to verse 10. I just want
Okay, I got you. All right, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so be, she may be healed.
see that word falling goes into losing her influence. You know what I'm saying? It's falling, so it ain't no sudden thing. You know what I'm saying? When something falling, it's falling. So Babylon is just declining. You know, until eventually, like you said, what it's gonna come to her? Death, mourning, and famine, and then she gonna be utterly burnt with fire. So it's a process of her falling, man. You got it, bro.
Now it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country.
So for all you people, look, it say pray for the land and the Most High shall have mercy on it. You see this what it said about Babylon? That was talking about Israel. By the way, because people was putting them scriptures up doing the whole pandemic. You know what I'm saying? It was putting them scriptures up, pray for the land, Lord shall have mercy. You know, in First Chronicles and stuff.
Yeah.
They was talking about the land of Israel. They was talking about us, okay?
Yeah.
They wasn't talking, but we see what this talking about America right here. She would not be healed. Go ahead.
Yeah, he even signs, you know, people driving in their car, pray for Ukraine.
Right.
You know, hey, the Lord only cares about the prayers of the saints for the elect, man.
That's right.
Even with Trump, what Trump said, make America great again, what Biden build back better, it's not gonna be healed. You know?
Yeah, bro.
That let you know it's falling though for them to say, make her great again, or build back but stronger or better. She is falling. America is declining.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Titty sagging.
Right.
So say like,
Let's say
See,
right,
what it said, she being exposed. It said it was a golden cup from the outside.
Yeah,
But when the people got over here, it was full of filthiness and abominations.
I've had foreigners tell me that. I be talking to people from like Africa or different countries. I'm like, so what do you think about America? It was like America was really good at promoting herself.
Right.
wow.
Like, you know how you put the filters on Instagram?
Yes.
Like they all bought that. They all bought that little ticket she sold.
Fell for the okie doke.
Yep.
All right, now it says, forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven.
See, so her judgment, this goes into the multitude of her sins, man. It's unlimited, man. It reaches into heaven, even though they're in the heavens. You know what I'm saying? With wickedness, her this goes into the measure of her wickedness. You got it.
And it's lifted up even to the skies.
So it said, let every man, all these other nations gonna start getting up out of here. And the Israelites, man, we coming out, we going back to our home by remembering it. You know what I'm saying? Remembering ourselves, coming back into these laws, statutes, and commandments. The Lord gonna come take us back physically, though. You got it?
You want to read down to
Verse 10, verse 10.
Now it says, verse 10, the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness.
See, the Lord has brought forth our righteousness now, man. In the midst of all the chaos, in the midst of Babylon falling, he got the remnant right there. He brought forth our righteousness, so we understand it all now. Go ahead.
Come and let us declare in Zion.
This is what we doing, declaring to our people, man.
That's right, bro.
The Lord brought forth our righteousness. Go ahead.
The work of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, our power.
This is all the work on the Heavenly Father right here. Yahweh by Shem Yahushai.
That's
Go
it, bro.
ahead,
Yeah.
Let's start at verse 4 and read down to where the earth is quiet and it rests.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased?
Right.
The golden city ceased.
Right.
Yahweh Shem Yahushai hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruler.
Right. Via this word, man. Via this word we putting out. Go ahead.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nation in anger is persecuted.
See, cause this word is really burning the elites up, man. This who is getting to the most, man. To where they gonna send the hit squad out like, look, go kill them. You know, that great insurrection against all those who fear the Lord and keep the commandments. They gonna be like, it's enough. They can't take it. Go ahead, bro. But that's when the Lord gonna lift up that standard too. You go ahead, bro.
And none hindering.
Right.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
So the whole earth is gonna be at rest and quiet when Edom is taken out of power. The staff of the wicked is broken. Go ahead.
They break forth into singing.
Right, the whole earth, man, the people, nature in general, you know, every living thing, I would say everything with the living spirit of the Most High, it's gonna get back to just flourishing, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella has come up against us.
Right, man, because what the tree breathes out, we breathe in. And the tree breathes out what we breathe in, man. Go ahead.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
So this represents him falling from that high, like falling from heaven, that high power CDN, and gonna be brought down to the ground, man, to the earth.
And ultimately, all nations, they going down too.
Come.
You know, because we was in the 11 and 18 earlier, you know, what we started out with. It says the time of the dead, that they should be judged. The dead are the other nations. But he's gonna be the lowest of the low. Just like the Israelites, you know, our people, we at the bottom of the totem pole in this society. That side's gonna be in the kingdom. You gonna be at the bottom of the caste system, boy.
Yep.
You know?
Plowman.
Yeah, man.
Plowman. Produce hands and feet of our empires, man.
That's it, brother.
You don't want this brother in power, man. You don't want Elder Kazak over you, man.
Oh, boy.
She.
We tedious.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You a rare breed.
Because what's gonna be torture to Esau in the kingdom? Just making him do the right thing is gonna torture him.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the most torture to
brother.
him, man.
Yeah.
You can't do wickedness. He gonna be tortured by that, man. Even though he gonna be in captivity, we gonna torture you with the commandments, man.
That's right,
You can't
brother.
do it. He gonna be tortured, man. He gonna want to die, man. Let's take me out of here, man.
And the proof of what you're saying, as soon as those Grecians came into power, they came out with their democracy.
Huh.
Oh, we finna wild out, man.
Right.
Yeah, brother.
You know?
Yeah.
It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations,
Huh.
and they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
So this is what the other nations who been in cahoots with you, that the name of Israel be no more remembrance, man. They gonna come to their mind. They gonna be like, damn, you wasn't a big dog like we thought you was. Man. You weak as we. You weak as us now. Right, you weaker than us now because we gonna have these taskmasters over you. That's
right,
they
bro.
gonna get some payback. They gonna get some payback on you in the kingdom, man. Via us, you know. Go ahead, bro.
Art thou become like unto us?
Right. See, go read one more.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm,
That pump goes into that pride. When you read the book of Obadiah, you know, so the pride of his heart has deceived him.
Yeah.
Right.
Inflated. Hubris.
the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Right, man. So Esau is going, that worm is spread under thee, going back into what was the curse for the serpent? And the dust should be thy food, man.
Yeah.
So you finna go all
Hey,
the way
what-
back into that lower state. Go
So if I can add, basically, the criminal infrastructure.
Right.
You know, but they're gonna be in a lower state because a lot of you Christians, you want to use that and apply that to hell. Ain't talking about no hell.
And they're gonna show you your empire is decaying.
Yeah.
It's a decay. Like the building collapsed in Florida some years back. You know, like I said, the infrastructure.
Yeah, the train derailments.
Yeah.
This bitch decomposing. You know, this place.
It's decomposing, bro. And that's just a physical example of what's going on morally, spiritually, financially.
Yep.
It's a decay.
And then it says your gold and silver is cankered.
Yep.
You know, everybody's getting away from the U.S. dollar.
Yep.
You know, so the value's going down. Inflation is the highest it's ever been.
Yep.
Like you can't get around, you know, the apostles coined it years ago, circling the drain. Like you can't get around seeing this turd, which is Babylon the Great, just going round and round and round before it goes through the chutes.
Out of here.
If you can't see it, you're purposely making yourself blind to it.
That means you circling too. You can't see it because you circling. You're in that train, you know.
I'm gonna let you close out here, but even going right here and let you know, he who says in his heart, I am, and there is none other, in the same, on down, then say, he who made the world a wilderness, man. You know, isn't that right? Right, you know, in that same chapter, man.
But going back to all the bombings,
Come right,
you
right.
know, man.
Is this the man that shook kingdoms, that made the world a wilderness, man? This is what the so-called white man was all about, man. You know, you got it, you know.
So with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Kabadash.
double understar elder apostles, elder bishops, great millstone, Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba.
Abba.
Shalom.
Con, call to walk.